Masha's spooky stories.
There was a good boy who was scared to death of any infection. If a cat sneezed nearby, immediately after that, the boy would be suffering from a heart attack. I am going to tell you now what a horrible story it turned out to be. All kids knew that the scary old pond at the wasteland was a death trap. The pond itself was not big. It was usually shallow, but our girls were afraid to walk there. Everyone says that slippery frogs live in the pond, bloodthirsty leeches, and even a real-sized water monster. So these boys decided to catch this water monster once and for all. They packed their backpacks and got ready to start this new adventure. Keshka and Geshka brought over old wood boards and started to make a float boat so they could move around the scary old pond. But the pounding sound of their hammers was so loud that Semushka got scared and started whimpering. Don't pound so hard. I feel like you're hammering my head. Keshka and Geshka didn't listen to him. They hoisted the mast, raised the sails, and tried to catch the wind. And Semushka sat down, afraid of the future, while murmuring to himself. Oh, how scary! We're going into the scary pond now, and they can catch chickenpox, and then they'll contaminate me. Semushka held on to his medicine box, which was put inside his backpack by his grandma, just in case. Meanwhile, Keshka and Geshka grabbed some leftover wood, and they started to push off the shore to move the boat. This is the end, thought Semushka. They will end up getting tetanus from the old piece of wood. So Semushka decided to put on a mask to protect his runny nose and avoid getting tetanus. Luckily, he had a mask, which was placed inside his backpack by his grandma, just in case. Keshka and Geshka were sweating, but they kept on pushing until their faces got very red. And Semushka thought the boys had caught an epidemic rosola. He then took a bottle of green disinfectant and put it all over his body to avoid rosola contamination. Keshka and Geshka started to sing. Hey, Dubinushka, Yuhem. Hey, Zeyonaya Samapudit. And with the song, the boys pushed so hard that they lost their balance and fell into the water. At that very moment, Semushka started to panic. He was scared and yelled, "Now these stupid guys will contaminate me with dropsy." He pulled on a diving suit, which was also placed in his medicine box by his grandma. Keshka and Geshka got out of the water and laughed like two babies. And then they saw with their own eyes the water monster wearing a diving suit and a flu mask. Keshka and Geshka had no fear. They caught the water monster and started to carry him to make the girls scared. But the girls had no fear of him. They realized right away that the water monster was Semushka. After all, he was snoring very loud. So well, have you ever met someone like Semushka? They're coughing, sneezing, and know everything about all diseases. And they scare all children around them with all kinds of illnesses. They whimper and spread rumors, and people get really scared, and they run to the drugstore to buy all kinds of medicines. It is better to stay away from rumors. Take good care of yourself, exercise regularly, and keep up your good hygiene. Eat more fruits, and that way, no infection, no illnesses, no diseases, and no bacteria will be strong enough to make you sick.